Hey, this is Marek of Indie Traveler with a quick review of the Farpoint 55 backpack by Osprey. I've been using this backpack for a while now, for about 16 months, taking it to many different countries on 3 different continents, so I've been really able to really test this out and see what the pros and cons of this backpack really are. Before I continue, I should mention that in the description of this video is a link to the backpack, to some accessories that I'm going to mention, as well as to a blog post that I did where I show you exactly how I packed with the Farpoint 55. So if you want some packing tips specifically for this backpack, be sure to check that out as well. So let's dive straight in by talking about what is kind of the main feature of this backpack, which is that it is 2 backpacks in one. You have a 15 liter day pack right here and a 40 liter main backpack. Right now they're together, but if I use a little zipper here, I can detach the day pack, and that's actually a real nice feature because I was already traveling in this way before I had the Farpoint 55. I was traveling with 2 backpacks, which is nice because you can keep your valuables and your passport and your camera in your day pack at all times. But people were asking me a lot, like, isn't it kind of awkward to travel with 2 backpacks at the same time? And it is, but with the Farpoint 55, it's a little bit less awkward. As I showed you, you can zip the 2 backpacks together, but it is also possible to clip this backpack to the front using these straps, and then you can wear the day pack on the front and the backpack on the back. It looks a bit odd at first, but actually it is pretty comfortable, and you have both hands free, and this is usually how I wear these 2 backpacks when I'm in transit, at an airport, at a bus station, wherever. I actually don't tend to zip them together that much because that takes a little bit of time. This is just way easier, and when you're done, you know, this can be checked in or goes into the luggage rack or whatever, and then you still have your day pack with your essentials. That's actually pretty neat. So I like that feature a lot. Right, another feature I really like is that it is side loading and not top loading. So most backpacks are kind of top loading, so if you need to grab something from the bottom, you have to kind of awkwardly dig around there. That's not that great. With this backpack, all you have to do is zip it open and you have immediate access to all of your stuff. This is great for travel purposes, like if you just arrive in your hostel or Airbnb or hotel, all you have to do is just zip this open, and everything, all your clothing and toiletries, whatever, you can use them immediately, and it gives you a nice overview of everything in your backpack as well. So that is super cool. I just put a pillow in here for the video. Inside this is just the main compartment. You can use this any way you like, and one mesh compartment over here. There isn't much organization inside this backpack. They kind of leave it up to you. What I recommend is to get some slim packing bags, packing cubes, I should say, by eBags. They fit exactly inside the Farpoint backpacks. And I have a set of 3 of these. So I have underwear in there, and socks, and rolled up t-shirts, and it keeps things pretty neat and organized. So if you're getting this backpack, I do recommend getting these packing cubes. They're pretty awesome. Now, it is actually the day pack that has more sort of compartments and organization. There's 2 mesh pockets where you can put like a water bottle or whatever. There's one small pocket over here, and inside is another mesh compartment and a padded compartment that you can use for a laptop or a tablet. And I've been using this with a 15-inch MacBook Air, and it fits perfectly inside. Are there any other things I should mention? Yes, this is an M/L version. There is also an S/M version. I'm pretty tall. I'm 194 or 6'5" if I'm doing the conversion correctly. and it fits like a glove. This is really awesome. My previous backpack actually gave me some shoulder and back pain. This one doesn't. It is important to use a sternum strap and the sort of hip belt correctly. Strap it tight. That distributes the weight across your body. When you do that, in my experience, I barely notice. The backpack is there sometimes. It really fits really well. If you're shorter, consider getting the S/M version. Something that people ask me a lot is whether this is carry-on size, and the answer there is a little bit complicated. Yes and no. It is actually over the carry-on size limit, so you're not guaranteed to get this on board as carry-on. Now, it's over the limit by about 10 centimeters or a couple of inches, so you can still kind of wing it. You can still try and get this as carry-on luggage. I've done it many times successfully, but there have also been a few times where I was told I had to check this in. When you use it as carry-on, use this as your carry-on luggage, and use the small backpack as your personal item. If there isn't much in your day pack, if it maybe is just a laptop and some snacks, then usually they don't make a fuss about it. But again, it's not guaranteed, and if carry-on size is important to you, then you should maybe consider getting the Farpoint 40, which is definitely within the carry-on size limits and will never get you any issues. I guess there's one more feature I could mention. There is the option of hiding the harness. So if you sort of zip it up, okay. Like the harness is gone, and now you can kind of carry it like a suitcase, I guess. That can be handy occasionally. I've been really happy with this backpack. I don't think there's any major issues with it. It's attractively priced. It's good for travel. It doesn't have some of the features that maybe trekkers or hikers would want. Things like a trekking pole attachment or like a water reservoir or whatever. Doesn't have any of that stuff. This is a travel backpack, but if that's your purpose, then you can't go wrong with this backpack, really. The only annoying things, there's two little things. There's a ring on the zipper here. It's meant for locking your backpack with a padlock. Unfortunately, this is really narrow, so I don't have a thin padlock like that. None of them actually fit. That's just a very minor complaint. The other thing that would have been nice would have been slightly more organization and more sort of pockets in the main backpack. So if you do get this backpack, I do recommend getting the packing cubes because it just makes organizing things a lot easier. So to summarize, this is actually a great backpack. I've used it with much pleasure for the last 16 months. If you can pack light and you're not so into the idea of using two backpacks, give the Farpoint 40 a look as well. That's a really nice backpack as well. Otherwise, the Farpoint 55 is perfect for any kind of travel anywhere in the world. So those were my thoughts on the Farpoint 55. Be sure to check out my website as well at indietraveler.co. I post a lot of gear reviews, but also packing tips and destination guides. And if you're planning a longer trip, maybe for many weeks or many months, be sure to check out my book as well, which is called Travel the World Without Worries. It's an inspirational guide to long-term travel. It helps you plan, pack, and prepare for a big trip abroad, and it's helped many people already. So be sure to check that out if you're going on a bigger trip or you want to go on a round-the-world trip. Thanks for watching. That's it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well.